Analyze the move there, Britt. Tell us a little bit about why it was made.
Well, Tom, obviously they played a doubleheader. There wasn't going to be a whole lot of rested relievers here today. They needed the bullpen help. Brad Brock, who I came in here today, got the call at about 2 a.m. last night. He threw 16 pitches yesterday in the game, but said he feels like he could pitch today. It was a short outing last night, so he is available for them. They also have 3 lefties in that bullpen, so they wanted to add another right-hander. Brad Brock was their best option. And keep in mind, Kevin Gossman, who was placed on the disabled list today, he was not an option. What they thought was a intercostal muscle strain actually is focal pneumonia. Gossman's been real sick down there, has been coughing nonstop. He got an MRI. He said he felt like he was having a heart attack in the middle of the night. The Orioles feel like the pneumonia is obviously better news than the muscle strain. So Kevin Gossman could be an option in another couple weeks, but they've got to go slow with him and work him back up. Brad Brock, like I mentioned, had been throwing the ball well. He's made some adjustments, got his velocity up, and his strikeouts have gone up as well. He's really adjusted the way he stands on the mound and his footwork, and he's seeing some good results from that.
Now, before the second game of the doubleheader last night, the Orioles brought back Troy Patton, who had missed the first 25 games due to a suspension. What's the latest on Troy Patton?
Well, Tom, Manny Machado got all the attention yesterday, and rightfully so, for his season debut. But Troy Patton, it was his opening day as well, and he shook off the rust a little bit in yesterday's game, but he has a lot of work to do. I spoke with Patton earlier and asked him, was it tougher mentally or physically to be without the Orioles for that long?
Yeah, it was a combination of both. Mentally being ready to come straight into a very important game like that after pitching in so many games that meant nothing really. It was a challenge, especially the way the game went yesterday. It was not the way I was expecting with all those pitches in the first inning to be getting loose in the first inning. But physically, it was a little bit of a challenge because you had to stay up and try to stay ready, even though I was getting people out. I was getting everybody out. You got to have a bigger goal in mind whenever you're facing those guys. So it was a challenge.
When you look at your outing yesterday, a little bit of rust involved? Is there some kind of adjustments you got to make looking forward, or is it just good to get that one out of the way and you're going to forget about it?
Yeah, there's positives and negatives. Of course, 2 guys ended up getting on base, which is awful, and I got to make a better throw to first base. That's unexcusable. But it was a pretty decent pitch that the righty hit. I'm not going to dwell on it too long, but it was a little bit of rust and a little bit of lazy fielding, but that's just how it goes.
Obviously, it was a long day for everyone, but was it a special day for you to kind of feel like opening day a little bit for you, Troy?
Yeah, it was. It was technically my opening day, and I had the same nerves as I imagine everyone else did on opening day. It was an exciting day and good to be back.